Hello everyone, I hope that you're all doing well. This is me Sayyid Shujatullah. Welcome to T1 Academy. Today we'll be seeing the most important current affairs of 15th February 2022 from the Hindu newspaper. Okay, the first important current affair that we are going to discuss today is with respect to inflation. Okay, very important. Okay, inflation. So what I want to tell you here is, first of all, let us understand what it is. Okay, once we are aware of this, we can easily go ahead. Okay, fine. See, inflation is nothing but sustained increase in the price of goods and services. Sustained increase means January, okay, February, March, April, 10 rupees increased, then 15 rupees, 5 rupees more increase, then 2 rupees more increase, then 20 rupees, like that, sustained increase in the prices of goods and services. This is called as inflation. And inflation is not like increase in the prices, increase in the price of only soap, only brush, only Colgate, okay, only rice, like that. Inflation is generally calculated on the basis of a basket. A basket. The most commonly used items by you, the most commonly used items by me, and the most commonly used items by all of us. Okay, so in our day-to-day life, we use what? Stationery. We use what I say is a brush, Colgate. We used like for the phone purpose, we use telecommunication charges we are having. Daily we move from here and there, so transportation fuel charges will make. Okay, then we are having what? Rice also will buy, and we'll buy wheat, oil, each and everything. Whatever commonly used, vegetables, fruits, etc. Vegetable, fruits, etc. Basically, the most commonly used items, goods and services by all of us. By all of us. Okay. So these is according to government. The government is having a fixed list. Fixed list is there. Fixed list is there. Means some around 500 items are kept here. How many items? 500 items are kept here. This basket is called as market basket. This basket is called as market basket or consumer price index basket. Who is consumer here? I am the consumer. So price of all commodities. Consumer price basket. If this total basket, if I am able to get in January 2022, if I am able to get in 1000 rupees, but in February I got this basket in 1050 rupees. In March, if I get this basket in 1100 rupees, this is called as what? Inflation. This is called as what? Inflation, because sustained increase is there. 1000, 1050 and 1100. Sustained increase. Only one commodity is not increasing here. We are talking about fixed number of items that are continuously increasing. This is called as inflation. Okay, sustained increase. Calculated not on few articles, calculated a fixed number of articles. Okay, and it is done by Labor Bureau. Who does it? Who does this calculation? Who calculates this inflation? Okay, it is done by Ministry of Labor. Okay, Ministry of Labor. You understood this thing. Right. So here we are having two kinds of inflations are there. Okay, basically here producer is there, here wholesaler is there, here retailer, our kirana shop, here we are consumer. Consumer buy from retailer only. Okay, so what prices the consumer buy from retailer? It is called as retail inflation. It is called as retail inflation. At what prices consumer buy from retailer? Maybe in the January he buys the basket in the 1000 rupees. In February he buys from the same kirana shop, he is getting all the items in 1050 rupees. From the same kirana shop, all these again normal day-to-day items he is getting in the month of March, he is getting in 1100 rupees. Okay, so this is called as retail inflation. We don't calculate what happened here. At the end of food, the articles will come to retailer, and from the retailer only consumers will buy. That's why retail inflation is calculated when the consumer and the kirana shop or retailer will interact. That is called as retail inflation. Another one we are having core inflation. Core inflation is the inflation that tracks the price rise of all commodities. Okay, all commodities except we don't include what? Food and fuel. Food and fuel. Food and fuel also is there in the basket. No, remove that food and fuel price rise, and what is left? And what is the price rise of rest of the basket? This is called as core inflation. This is called as what? Core inflation. Why? Because fuel prices is not in our hand. They are very volatile because fuel prices depends on global oil prices, global oil supply, and food prices are also volatile because they are rainfall dependent. Okay, they are nature dependent. That's why if you take out these two volatile commodities and try to calculate inflation of the rest of them, then we call it as core inflation. So you understood inflation, you understood retail inflation, you also understood what? Core inflation. Now the question here is why we have to consider this, why we have to consider the inflation. Suppose my father's salary is 10,000 rupees. Okay, in the basket all the items are there, he is able to buy in 10,000 rupees. But what happened? The basket went to 11,500 rupees. Okay, 10,500 rupees basket went. My dad's salary is in January, it is in 10,000. February, it cannot be 10,500, no? It cannot be 10,500, right? Within 1 month, who will increase my dad's salary? Nobody will increase. A father's salary could not be increased. So what will happen? Okay, so he will be short of how much money to buy his basic necessities. Because of inflation, what happened to the price of the basket? Increased to 500 more. But salary did not increase. So he is short of 500. What he will do? He will not buy non-veg. He will not buy eggs. He will not buy fruits. So what happened? So here malnutrition, some commodities he will not buy generally. And it is called as what? We are going back toward lower standard of living. We are not living a quality life. We are actually the basic necessities for our growth and development and also the materialism we are not able to fulfill. Okay, this is what? When an individual is having the fixed income. When an individual is having what? A fixed income, it is not possible for him to fulfill all his basic goods and needs commodity requirements. If the inflation continuously rise, what happens? He will exclude some of these very essential items and his growth and development will be harmed, and he will, instead of growing, he will feel very much insecure, and he will also feel that, okay, I'm not earning that much. It will be a panic situation also for him. Okay, it will not give him any kind of aspiration that he is doing well also. Right, so this is the problem. The fixed income people like me, like you, okay, if this goes on like 10,500, then it becomes, the basket becomes 1,100, and the rents are also, rents of the rooms, rents of the flats are also increasing, then how can you adjust the money? So it is very important that government should control the inflation, and the basic aspect and the nodal body, the apex body that controls the inflation in our country is RBI. It's a duty of the RBI. And one committee was appointed by the RBI. That committee is called as Urjit Patel Committee. What this committee told? This committee told that inflation should be in the band of 2 to 6%. And if it is at 4%, that is very, very fine. It is 4%, it is very, very fine. Above 6%, if the basket price is increasing, then consumer will be having lot of burden on their income. Means whatever the salaries they are getting, they are not able to cope up with this particular 6%. It will stress their requirements. They will be falling short of lot of requirements. Okay, 4% is apt. Less than 2 will harm the investor. Okay, for one jalebi 10 rupees I am getting. If forever I am getting one jalebi at 10 rupees, I am able to sell for forever. Will I get any interest to expand my business? No, right? If in January 2021, one jalebi I have sold at 10 rupees. In January 2022, if the same one jalebi I have sold at 12 rupees, so I will also get some enthusiasm, right or wrong? So I will also get some extra money, right or wrong? So I will also go and open a new branch, right or wrong? Yes. So for investors, minimum 2% they will be happy increase, and we were also happy because 2% increase is okay for us also. Because every year increment will happen, every year pay revisions will happen, some kind of 5-10% increase any institution will do. So 2% we can also bear, 2% they will be also happy. 4% is good for all of us. Okay, economy will rapidly grow. Okay, and the more economy will grow, the more increment will happen, the more employment will also be created. But 6%, they will get benefited, but will get harm. Consumer will get harm. So this is called as inflation targeting. This is called as what? Inflation targeting. So Urjit Patel has given an inflation band. He has given 2 to 6%. In this band only inflation should be there. Then it is all fine. Then it is all fine. Some concepts I have cleared you so that you have to understand this one. Fine. Inflation passed 6%. Now you tell me, how is it? Burden on us or not? Yes, because it is crossing the band or not? Yes, it is crossing the band. Okay, so you can see here, January 2020, inflation was 8. Retail inflation, you can see here, what is it? Retail inflation, it is 8. Okay, January 2021, inflation dipped to here, 4%. Very, very good band we were in. We are in very perfect band, right or wrong? Yes. Whatever the Urjit Patel committee has told. Now, the inflation again peaked to, January 2022, it peaked to what? 6.09%, a burden on us. Retail means directly it will affect us. Directly it will affect us. So, you can see that from January 2020 to January 2022 means in 2 years, only 2 times we are in a proper band. We are in a proper band of 4%. Okay, 2 years, only in 2 times. In January and some other month here. Understood my point here. This is what? India's retail inflation accelerated to 6% in January 2022 and marginally breached the upper tolerance limit. What is the upper tolerance limit? 6% we have breached. 6% we have breached. So, with regard to everything, I have already explained to you. Is everything I have explained to you. Okay, consumer price index, food price index also I have told you. Okay, food inflation also I have told you. Okay, retail inflation, food inflation means only food commodities, their price increasing. Then retail inflation accelerated to 6%, that also I have told you. So everything I have told you. So in this particular news, you have to just see that inflation has crossed the bearable band. Okay, the band suggested by Urjit Patel committee. So, and here also you see I have given you the inflation is calculated, a fixed list of items will be there like housing, like apparel, our clothing, our food, our transportation charges, our electronics, medical care, the Dolo 650 etc. we buy regularly, and education like pen, pencil, rubber, sharpener etc. we buy regularly. Consumer price index also I have given you, and I have also told you that this is done by Ministry of Labour.